guys, and welcome to my channel. So if you're new here, kindly subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification button so that anytime I post a video, you'll be one of the first people to see it. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much for always coming here to watch my videos. Don't forget to like, share, and of course subscribe. So the first BBnaija house party was on last night. I was stoked and ready to party with the housemates. But it started on a very, very, very low energy for me. Unlike last year's BBnaija. Well, even with last year's BBnaija, it was a bit of a low energy in the beginning, but then it picked up real quick. With this, I think there were a lot of hitches with the DJ because the songs were just not, let me say, for lack of a better word, adding up. The flow of the songs were a bit whack for me, in my opinion. But I think the energy, the housemates had their own energy, and in time, everything kind of like worked out. So I'm going to do like a top 5. For me, the first is Tolani Baja. She looked so hot in that pink dress. I will give the second place to Erica. I mean, that two-piece little black dress was just awesome. Third, I think Kiddwaya looked really good in his black dress. And somehow you would think that both Erica and Kiddwaya decided to match each other up. Well, I hope that ship sails. Anyway, so I think Dorothy looked really good in her dress. It really complemented her figure. And I mean, we all know that she looks really hot. You know, she's well endowed, I must say. And then for me, I think... let's see. Oh, Lilo looked very simple, classy in her jumpsuit, and I think Nengi also, will be in that 5 because she looked very, very simple in her catsuit, jumpsuit kind of like dress. I think people were expecting some over the top ensemble, so she really surprised us with that very simple look. Now let's talk about the lives of the party. I mean, I talked about how it started on a low energy, but guess who brought the energy into the Energizer battery? Prince for the boys, and for the girls, Erica. Erica was so hot on the dance floor. The queen of the dance floor for the night was definitely Erica. She really, really kept pumping. She really kept going, and I must say that if I had the chance, I'll give both of them a crown. Okay, all right. So now let's talk about some of the interesting things that happened during the party. I have to commend this set. It's like they have a very friendly relationship with alcohol. Did you see how they were guzzling it? I mean, Dorothy kept drinking straight from the bottle. And I mean, I had to just say kudos to them because last year said, it kind of started like, oh, they but it looks like this set just, love their alcohol, and the moment they kept on drinking, the energy level just kept going higher and higher and higher. There was a moment during the party where I had to look at Lakon and say, Lakon, easy boy, easy boy, easy boy. I mean, you could tell he was having, he was having the time of his life. He danced with all the girls danced with him. And, he was taking the opportunity to just fill them out a little bit. And who wouldn't? I mean, a little bit. He filled up all the all the way, Oh here you God. Are, 10 beautiful girls, and you don't have the opportunity to just dance with them, and it was a good vibe. It was a whole beautiful mood in that party room. I forgot to talk about Tochi. I loved his black and white ensemble. Tochi was looking real fly. So I forgot to add him to that top 5, list. So yeah, Tochi was looking real.
What about Uzo?
Oh my goodness, Uzo was a total disappointment.
Oh my god,
he was.
Oh my god.
This dude comes out of the room looking like a primary school little boy going to his first class.
I thought he was going for polo.
Even please don't.
With that cap.
Polo enthusiasts don't want to hear.
With that cap.
He looked like a kid going for like first day at school. I don't know what was up with that. I don't know what Uzo was trying to gain with that. But for me, he looked really juvenile. I don't even want to say childish. He looked really juvenile in that ensemble. Somebody needs to give him a few style tips. It wasn't a picnic in the park. It was a party in the party room, so he should have dressed up to suit the occasion. Another person who in my books didn't dress up for the occasion is Eric, but he made up for it with his he looked good. Yeah, so I will just give him a pass.
Oh, what about this guy Neil?
Oh my goodness, Neil, V asked him to wear, the shirt he wore. He was going to do a black on black, just like Kiddwaya. And V asked him to wear the, striped multicolored shirt. And he did for his lady.
They're not official yet.
They're not official, but it looks like V has her mark set on him. And she doesn't look like she is going to, that's like Coffee 2.0.
7.0. 7.0.
Just like Coffee held on to that balloon last year, she intends to hold on to Nail till the very end. Anyway,
I like Nail too. Like, I think he's cool, and I like the fact that he stopped shouting after the first day. Like, and his vibes at the party. You see the High School Musical moves he was doing with.
Yes. Oh my god, yes, I love that part. I don't know what happened to the cameraman, but once it started, he quickly moved from there to another scene. I was kind of disappointed with that.
Anyway, continue.
So after the party, for me, I must confess, I was praying for the party to end, because after some time, I just okay, what next? I'm tired. Can we move on back into the house to see what happens? We all know what happens with Saturday, party. So after the housemates decided to do a little game of truth or dare. But before that, there was this, small talk in a corner between Erica and Nengi. We all know that we've been on, not tenterhooks, we've all been speculating and assuming that both of them have been avoiding each other, or both of them had issues with each other. So Erica, being the bigger person in this situation, called Nengi and decided to talk it out. And for me, I felt like that was a really big move. Women need to do more of that. If you have an issue with your fellow woman, go up to her, bring it to the table, and then try to settle it. That's what we women need to do, instead of having to deal with negativity in our space as women. So they did trash it out, and both of them were assuming the same thing. Erica said, I thought you were avoiding me. Nengi said, I thought you were avoiding me. And the good thing is, at the end of the day, they hugged it out, they talked it out. And for me, I feel like that was like a really, really big deal. And you could see the what you call it? You could see the happiness in both of their faces after having trashed it out. You could see that there was a big relief on their faces. And for me, I feel like in a small confined space like that, you need all the positivity and all the good energy you can get. So that was a good move that Erica made. So after that, they went straight to the truth or dare table. Kiddwaya, gave what you call it? Well, I won't call it a disclaimer, but he gave a prelude to the truth or dare. He said, if you know that you're not ready to come and do what you're supposed to do, as the truth or dare unfolds, don't bring your ass to the table. So in other words, if you're coming to the table, be prepared and be ready to do whatever you're being asked to do. So then it started with, I think, a dare from, who started the dare? It was like anyway, praise dead Wathoni to kiss Tricky T. And for me, I found it very confusing that Wathoni decided that, oh no, I'm not going to kiss Tricky T. Instead, I'd rather, kiss another housemate. And it even got weirder for me when she asked Nengi to choose between Kiddwaya and Prince. Wathoni, don't you have a brain? Like, is Nengi your processing unit? Come on. For me, I felt it was a bit dubious. I don't know what the motive is for now. I'm sure as the weeks unfold, we're going to find out. I don't know if Wathoni likes Kiddwaya. I don't know if Wathoni likes Prince. But at the end of the day, Nengi asked Wathoni to kiss Kiddwaya. So that makes me wonder, does that mean that Nengi has a little soft spot for Prince? Because, earlier before the party, they had a little bit of talk by the outdoor lounge area. And it got the garden, and it got a bit flirty. So I don't know. Maybe she's like, oh, no, don't kiss Prince. Prince is mine, low key. So, Kiddwaya is all yours. And they were supposed to kiss for 20 seconds. They counted, and at on the 20-second count, they stopped. I personally felt that if Kiddwaya did like Wathoni or whatever, he would have continued. But for me, it ended so abruptly, and I don't know. For me, it was weird. I don't know what you think, but for me, that kiss was kind of weird, and I felt like Wathoni kind of made it too dramatic by doing the whole playing like a chess game kind of move and all that. I mean, if you didn't want to kiss Tricky T, maybe say you don't want to kiss and then move on. But then to actually put yourself on the spot and choose two guys in the housemates is like, you don't mind kissing. For me, I feel like that's very questionable. So, and interestingly, that was what ended the whole thing. Tolani Badger was asked to kiss Praise, and that was it. She's like, oh no, kissing for me is a very intimate thing, and I blah, 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 blah. And, I mean, consequently, the whole party the whole truth or dare party thing scattered, and everybody just went, and V killed me. The girl was drunk as F. She was telling Kiddwaya, there's a person who has benefited is you. You got to kiss somebody. And Kiddwaya's like, no. I'm like, and he's like, well, did you enjoy it? It's like, nah, well, it was good. Of all the girls right here, this is the girl who does not have makeup. And I'm thinking, okay, V, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to ship your girl? But then again, she was, like I said, drunk as fuck, because am I allowed to say fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, so because she said Kiddwaya, it's like I'm seeing 5 of you, so that ultimately tells us that the girl was drunk, and I mean, she's allowed to do whatever in the confines of Big Brother's rules. Okay, so basically, so after the party, most of them went to the garden to have a little chit chat. We saw Nengi with Uzo talking, and then Uzo apologized for saying that he fancied her instead of liked her. And Nengi said, no, let's stick to the word fancy for now. So it looked like I was getting a bit, I won't say awkward. Uzo was trying to flirt with Nengi, and they were trying to chat, and then Uzo put his hand on Nengi's legs. Nengi took it off, left the scene, and went to join Brighto, Leko. They were having a chat on that couch outside. She went to join them and left Uzo all by himself. I felt that was quite awkward, and he was just staring. I don't know if the girls are playing a game with Uzo, because it's like now Dorothy and Nengi are like, okay, since you're trying to play a game with us, we are also gonna play a game with you. And I kind of feel bad for Uzo. I really don't feel bad for him. I lied. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed my sister's narration for what happened on Saturday night party, give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment section. Do you want to hear more of my sister's voice? Let me know. Do you want to see her face? Let me know. And we're gonna bring it like it's hot for you guys. Enjoy this video, and thank you so much for always coming through for your baby girl. Turn on your notifications so that anytime I post a video, you'll be the very first person to be notified. Goodbye.